I'm Pete Najarian. This is The Take on this Tuesday morning. And looking back to yesterday, what an incredible day we had yesterday. We started off strong. We continued to be strong. We closed strong. You look at the Dow was up, for the most part, up about 200 points throughout the session, finished the day up about 250 points. The NASDAQ accelerated and absolutely closed on the highs of the days, up 227 points. That's an amazing move to the upside from the NASDAQ. You know, and people get so caught up in this, well, do you want to be in growth or you want to be in value? What a bunch of crap that is. You want to be in stocks that are going to go higher. That's what you want to be in. You want quality. That's what we talk about all the time here at Market Rebellion. We'll get into a little bit of that quality in just a second. So energy definitely leading the way yesterday, up well over 3% to the upside. Many names absolutely exploding to the upside. You look at Apache up 7.5%, Devon Energy up about 6%. I look at Occidental also up about 7%. I look at Diamondback up 6%. We talked about the beta. We talk about those moves. Those moves can go to the downside like we had been seeing. They also move to the upside. When you look at the price of crude, it started to bounce. We got a nice move yesterday. It was trading right around 65.50, a nice elevated move from crude that moved up the energy space, and we absolutely took off from there. The 10-year continues to be just sort of planted. You can almost close your eyes each and every day and say, well, it's probably right around 1.25, 1.26, somewhere in there. You'd be right. That's about where we were yesterday, as a matter of fact. Volatility, a little bit of a range, but we were close into that 17s. We were in the low 17s. Now, we talked about how long are we going to be in there, up over 20. We tried to address that a little bit yesterday on the halftime show with Frank. Frank's just a wonderful host, did a great job yesterday. And I'll tell you, I said to him when we talked in the before we got on the show, I said, Frank, the one thing that stands out for me, we cannot sustain in volatility over 20 for what it seems like 24 hours. We can get up there, we can move, and we did have some moves that actually we got up towards 24, 25 on the volatility index and in some of the after hours and all the rest, but we just we weren't able to hold on to that volatility up there, and we started to seep right back down. Here we are, we're back in the 17s. Casinos were on fire yesterday. We talk about reopen and all the rest of this. It just seems like each and every day there's just a different area of the market that's moving. Well, Wynn had a great day yesterday. Las Vegas Sands had a great day yesterday. You know who really just shined yesterday? The semiconductors, absolutely on fire yesterday. And you take a look at NVIDIA and Xilinx and Maxim and AMD all moving to the upside. I'm going to give you another one. I used to call it a tech company. I might have to start calling it a software or a semiconductor company, because Tesla. Now, part of the reason I say that is this D1 chip that they've been talking about. That's the one thing. A lot of people haven't really talked much about this, but when we talk about AI, we talk about everything about why this is more of a technology play. Yes, it is. We all understand electric vehicles. We get it. But it's much more than that. That's why I've always been a much bigger proponent of Tesla than many of my cohorts out there, because of the fact that when I look at this company, it is far more than just an EV company. They have data. They've got all kinds of software. They do amazing things. And that's the other side of what people don't oftentimes focus on, I don't think, there. So consumer discretionary, strong. Technology, strong. We had materials and financials, also strong, all of which were up nearly 1% yesterday, or more than 1% yesterday. So we come into today and the markets continue to be a little bit stronger. I'm looking at markets that looked like we were going to start off up 75, 80 points. It's about where we were. We've been holding on somewhere in that range. Matter of fact, the NASDAQ up about 40 or 50 points as well. That was all early. Now, I've been in and out of internet all morning, so I apologize if something is off a little bit, but we start off the day with positive markets. There's no doubt about that. Crude, once again, leading the charge. Crude now up and over that 67 level. And again, Occidental, Halliburton, NOV. I mean, those names are all exploding to the upside. Once again, up 2% or more. Yesterday's moves far more dramatic yesterday when we were looking at that space. Materials, industrials, financials, all up about 0.75%, up to about 1%. Really nice day, a little bit of movement there. Bitcoin finally got a bit of a pullback. You know, Bitcoin, you look at it, it jumped to 50,000 in a hurry. And I'm not talking about over this grinding time where it fell back down. I'm just talking about the last couple of sessions, this jump that it had had. So it makes a little bit of sense, a little bit of a pause. That's exactly what we're seeing. Last I looked, Bitcoin somewhere in that 48,500 range. And we know it can get very volatile as well, but a nice strong move to the upside. Again, the 10-year right around 126, 127. So not a whole lot changing there, but a little bit higher than it's been. Technology, it's been up a little bit today, but Chinese stocks absolutely dominating the move to the upside today. And yet it's very much reflected in the NASDAQ. I look at PDD, Pinduoduo. Now that one, 16.5% last I looked to the upside, a monstrous move, followed by JD and Baidu and NetEase and all those names, anywhere between a 6 and 11% move to the upside. Those are very, very strong, massive moves to the upside. And by the way, locally, Best Buy, earnings absolutely crushed it. Stock up about 5%, a really solid move out of Best Buy once again. Couple of names that we've had for unusual. I was on the show last Friday. I was also on the show yesterday. We were talking about some of the unusuals. FXI, I'm already trimming some because FXI having a really nice move from Friday and all that option activity that we talked about on Friday on the show. Monstrous call buying there. Finally, a little bit of a turn because if you noted, we've been looking at these Chinese names. They've been going down, 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 down. And then suddenly we're starting to see a little bit of a pickup. I just told you about some of those individual names. The FXI also having a nice pickup as well. Palantir yesterday, we talked about some unusual options there. That's a stock that nice move to the upside as well. Already seeing some of the fruits of what was that, the options that were getting bought there. Now, unusual, and then we're going to get out of here. And then I've got a wide open day filled with meetings, but no more media for the meeting today, just a lot of meetings. So Airbnb stands out. Why does it stand out? Well, stock was trading underneath 150. It was 149.50. We had a buyer of 20,000 September 165 calls. They bought them all in one print. Now, you don't see that very often. We see it occasionally. We'll see a big one print, but this is a very massive trade. 20,000 of these, one print, 80 cents. I was told just minutes ago by Glenn, hey, man, those things are already moving to the upside. So I'm just warning you now. Stock was 149.50. Those options were bought, one print for 80 cents. Just understand that if you're taking a look at what I'm talking about right now in Airbnb and the move that's already started to occur. By the way, unusual also because we're going out to September. Yeah, I know that this is expiration cycle the 27th, but we have seen so much August 27th call buying that it's been absolutely dominated by that extreme short term. So this is actually going all the way out into September. Woo! Now, Delta, another one, going all the way out to October. So again, a little bit more on the unusual side because of what we're seeing here in Delta. Stock trading about 40.70. We had a buyer at 12,700 of the October 44 calls. So looking for a pretty decent move, but also they're buying time. These aren't September. We're going out to October. They're going to these October 44s. Those were going for $1.15 to $1.25 for those options. Folks, if you don't understand what I'm talking about or derivatives are totally new, you need to be educated. We have great people here. I know there's a lot of educators out there. We're very proud of our team here at Market Rebellion. And you have to know what's going on in the derivatives markets. It's where the growth is, but also you've got to have the knowledge or you'll have a bad outcome. You just want to have the educational levels that you need to have if you want to be in the derivatives world. Guys, have a great day of trading. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.